Alright, what's up guys? Justin the Ninja here, back with more of our Harvest Moon Let's Play. It is day 8 of spring, which means I'll be able to finally sell all this milk van that I built up since last episode. And yeah, my goal in terms of saving things up, my goal is either, I don't know. But I know once my current cow, Milky, stops giving milk, I'm going to order a star cow. Because, well actually I might buy the star cow now, but what I'm saying is once Milky stops giving milk, in other words, where I'll unfortunately stop regularly making money, then I will try to have a miracle potion ordered for our star cow that we'll be getting in the future. And also, unfortunately, Milky's milk rank dropped down to A. So since last episode it dropped from A rank down to A rank, but S rank down to A rank, I'm sorry. But still, yeah, that's just something I think that was worth pointing out. Speaking of Milky, let's go ahead and go say hello to her and milk her. How you doing, Milky? Alright, let's go ahead and milk the cow. Alright, let's go ahead and milk our... milk? Really? I can't talk right now. Anyways, what I was trying to say was let's water our Gratoma plants. Not milk the plants, water them. Oh my goodness, that would be funny. Honestly, I'd be slightly frustrated but laughing at the same time if I said, let's water the cow and milk the plants. What is wrong with you guys? I don't know. Okay? I need to stop getting my stuff mixed up. Anyways, let's go ahead and pick up these mugworts. You know what? Let's eat it. Why not? Let's eat this mugwort. Also, the people that are more advanced at this game than me, let me know something that I've been curious about is when making that marinade recipe, the tomato, fish, and mugwort, can you use a hybrid tomato relative? In other words, like a Gratoma, Melatoma, so on and so forth. You know, the ones that look like tomatoes but aren't tomatoes. Can you use those in marinades? I want to know that. Because then I could possibly get enough Gratomas in the future on the game and make marinades with just the Gratomas instead of having to waste my money on tomatoes. Hey, Lumina. Do you? Does she like coins? I forget. Okay, never mind, she doesn't. Let's go ahead and just give Lumina an ore. Alright, the game looks good in the recording for the most part. From my understanding, I think this is a new dialogue from Lumina starting in Chapter 3. This is the first time I've made it beyond Chapter 2 while married to Lumina. Because the first time I married Lumina on this game, I started over after I reached Winter of Chapter 2. For Nami in this version, I didn't get any further than Chapter 3, but I still have that file, I'm still playing it. But I'm playing it very little. Anyways, I just want to say good morning to Angel real quick. Maybe show her some of my farming stuff. Because like I said, this is my influence, my attempt at trying to influence Angel towards one of the farm careers. Okay, let's go ahead and show her some milk. Okay. How about if you show her any of the records that will influence your kid towards music? What can? And oddly enough, apparently if you show your kid a flower, it can influence him or her towards art for some reason. And the cat in Angel's room is meowing. Well, that's what a cat is supposed to do! Let me just stop, okay? Anyways, I'm just showing her my farm tools, just to see if it will eventually raise her interest a little bit in plants or ranching. I don't know. I hate to say this, Angel, but that's because sometimes you are the one acting up. It's nothing that your mom did wrong. I'm sorry. Oh yeah? I could have sworn that in my previous file where I was married to Lumina and had a son, when he said that same dialogue. I wonder if that means that your kid is starting to like plants a little more. I don't see a boost in plants. It's been that same amount for plants since Chapter 2. Also, I got Shadow up to 3 hearts in between episodes. What I did was I occasionally take him outside to eat, is the reason I was able to raise him up to 3 hearts. Alright, let's finally go outside and do something. Since, I have no set goals for this episode. Okay. Come on. Pick your head up, Epona. That's one of the best things about the horse in this game, is that even if you are really bad at taking care of animals like I was when I first played this game, in other words. Well, actually, when I first played this game, when my animals kept dying every time I played through different files and only got up to Chapter 2 or 3, I was feeding them, nuzzling them, doing all that. I was wondering why they kept getting sick and dying. But it turns out simply because I never let them outside and they got stressed out. That was apparently why my animals kept dying in previous files. But now that I know to actually let the animals out, my animals have never been doing that. And in terms of previous playthroughs, I only got one animal, only one animal ever got sick. And that was the calf of my starter cow. And the reason she got sick, I think it was actually because even though she was supposed to be protected by the calf hutch, she surprisingly wasn't. She apparently got sick from being out in the rain for a long time. Which apparently, that means that the calf hutch does not provide enough protection to protect the calf from rain. So, yeah. So I would say if you're having quite bad luck with the weather, where it rains or snows a lot, I would say have some animal medicine on hand, okay? So that you can cure the calf. Anyways, I'm just going around here, picking the wild plants. I want to see if Patrick will... Oh, yeah? Alright, I know I'm friends with Patrick. I'm trying to talk to him when he's standing still, because I want to see if I can get this item from him. If you become good friends with Casey and or Patrick, one of them will actually give you a firework. And I want to see if I can get it from him soon. Yeah? Come on, he's moving around too much. I don't want to walk around too much because apparently, from what I've been hearing, walking influences your kid to be an athlete. And because I'm not trying to do that for this playthrough, I am trying to ride my horse more often than I've been walking. Now, if it's walking around the farm, I sort of allow myself to still do that, but yeah. Also, from what I've been observing, is that I'm in chapter 3 now, and I noticed that Lumina's kid actually behaves a lot like Nami's kid, just less quiet, I guess. But in terms of some of the things that imply that the kid is depressed in some ways, like being like, no one likes me. Nami's kid also does that. And so is Lumina's kid. So, in some ways, Lumina's kid is actually behaving a lot like Nami's kid right now. Which, hey, I'm learning new things every day because this is one of the only times where I've gotten far in the game while married to Lumina, so, hey. And believe it or not, guys, only once in the Special Edition version have I ever decided to have a son instead of a daughter in terms of the kid. And that was when I married Nami, because I always thought that the appearance of Nami's son later in the game looks really cool. How he has the bright red hair like Nami does, and wears a lot of dark colors, which I always thought was really cool. That's because they maintain it regularly. Also, here you go, Patrick. You want a flower. And of course, just like Casey, he's going to say he's going to eat the flower. Also, I never noticed something. Well, what? Oh, you can, okay. Until recently, I actually did not know you could interact with the fountain. I actually never knew that. In Harvest Moon DS, I know you have to interact with the fountain to get a Harvest Sprite. But here, I did not know you could interact with it even just for pop-up text. So yeah, that's kind of cool, actually. I never knew that. So yeah, I just learned something new about this game. Here, Romana. Oh, that's right. I did say to Dapsy I was going to befriend Romana so that I could get her special watering can. Because the special watering can will help out quite a lot. What's called the watering can W, meaning watering can weird, I guess. Similar to the weird sickle, the strange sickle, the weird hoe, the strange hoe. I'm sorry, that did not sound right, but I'm not going to go into detail since this is supposed to be a family-friendly game and a family-friendly series. Which means if you ever were to hear swearing from me in this playthrough and in this Let's Play, consider it unintentional, because it usually will be. Also, I'm going to give Casey a flower. Yeah, you enjoy your little snack according to what you just said. Little weird, but okay. I'm gonna go look for Van now, because I want to see if he's around the area somewhere. I want to see if he's at least close to the bridge, because I want to play the milk drinking game with... No, that's Grant that plays milk drinking. Puh! I'm trying to see if... Yep, there we go. If Van's close to opening shop. And it looks like he is. So, cool. Pretty soon I can milk the cow for one last time in the afternoon. And also, I haven't picked these flowers yet because my inventory is full of them, so I'm going to be selling them to Van. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I hope Van opens his store soon because I'm trying to sell things to him, and yeah. And when summer rolls around, when the bananas and peaches get produced from those trees, then I will be able to sell the seeds to Van for, again, hopefully decent amounts of money. Hello, Van. I know you might think it's a little weird that I'm following you everywhere, but when are you gonna open your store soon? Okay, that was... I don't know. Hey, Hugh. I'm gonna go ahead and give you something. Come on. Come on. There we go. The reason that I try not to befriend Hugh early on if I'm married to Muffy is because befriending any of the athletic characters while you're married to Muffy will give your kid a big boost in interest in athletics. And considering that's your kid's default career when married to Muffy anyway, in the playthrough that I beat when I was married to Muffy, which was the first time I ever beat the game, believe me or not, I was actually lucky to influence my kid last minute towards ranching. I somehow did it, but I don't know how I did it somehow, but I did it, okay? And the crazy thing is, guys, when I somehow influenced Muffy's kid towards ranching, it was last minute, believe it or not, because at the ends of chapters 2 through 5, she was showing a huge interest in athletics. But I heard that if I had answered positively to that dead stick scene, she would have had a likelihood of becoming an artist. But either I never got the dead stick scene or I answered negatively. I forgot which. Anyways, Grant's still right there. I might play milk drinking just for fun. I don't know. Because I would like to wait till at least 1 in the afternoon. Because I am trying to get the milk from Milky. Also, the render distance is so bad. Looks like today Marlon changed things up a bit and he's at Nina's grave. Paying your respects, huh, Marlon? That's okay. I don't blame you. You know, I'll pay my respects for a bit. Bow my head down. Yes, I am. I'm paying my respects too, because I think it's sad about the fact that Nina's only around for 1 chapter, then she dies. Which means you only have 1 year to befriend Nina in this game, which is sad. So apparently this is why Marlon visits Nina's grave, is because Nina reminded him of his grandma. That is actually very sad. I'm trying not to choke up too much because... Oh, don't worry, guys. I can bet that once I finish this game in my Let's Play, you're going to hear me choke up quite a bit. I don't want to choke up a ton now, because I want to have saved the choking up till the end of the game, okay? Because the first half of the ending is one of the saddest moments in my opinion, video game history. Anyways, I said I wanted to do some milk drinking with Grant just for fun. Now, if I were playing this on PS4, doing the milk drinking game would have gotten me something because I would have earned a trophy. But I'm playing this on PS2, so... Which means on here, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm not doing it to earn anything. But yeah, even on GameCube, Grant's relatively easy to beat. Alright, let's do this. Let's milk drink again. I think if you start the milk drinking, your head's further back than the opponent's, then you know you definitely got a head start. Nice. Sorry, I need a pause break. I'm sorry. Despite that, I don't like the fact that your fingers will be worn out at the end of the minigame. It's still fun, surprisingly, in my opinion. Come on. You can do it. Now this would have been worth something if I were trying to get the trophies in the PS4 version. Also, Dapsy, if you ever played the PS3 remastered version of this port, can you tell me, does the PS3 version have trophies, or was it not till PS4 that they added them? I won, which means I have won 4 times against Grant, and guess how many times I won against Rock? A big old fat 0. Yep, that's right, guys. In terms of times I won against Rock in this playthrough, a big old fat 0, and a 1 in terms of the times I lost against Grant. No, Rock. Because even for me, Rock is pretty hard to beat. And I swear, guys, Hugh is almost impossible to beat in this version. Well, in any version of A Wonderful Life, Hugh is almost impossible. Why? Well, at one point when I played the milk drinking game against him when I was in Chapter 6 on GameCube, I don't think it even matters how old your character is to play the milk drinking game to win. But I played it against Hugh, I matched my fastest and my hardest, and he still kicked my behind. So yeah. Hugh does not play around. But then again, if you think about it, Hugh is extremely athletic, and your character is only a farmer, just trying to get farm work done. And just maybe at times, depending on how you play the game, occasionally does these side activities for fun. So yeah, think about it. Your character's only a farmer. And Hugh and Wally are very athletic. And very speedy with their running. See, this is also something that Nammy's kid does. Walks around with his or her head tilted down. Nammy's kid also does that. So that's what I meant by, on this playthrough so far, Lumina's kid is acting a lot like Nammy's. Okay. Hello, Van. I would like to sell some things to you. Okay, you know what? For the A rank milk, this is the S rank milk, but for the A rank milk, I'm going to sell all but one because I want to give some to Takakura. I don't know if you earn anything for befriending Takakura, but I just want to befriend him for the heck of it. Yes, I'll take 2,000 for that. Nice, now I have more than enough to buy a star cow. Okay, Dapsy, do you remember when in one of your live streams I said that there was a trick where you can hit left on the D-pad to get closer to the maximum amount of things you can sell that item? And you didn't know what I was talking about? Watch what I do. Sorry. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Alright, see the controller here. Watch what I do. Alright, you can barely see the D-pad, but I have my thumb on left of the D-pad. And watch what I do. See? So yeah, Dapsy, if that works for you now, you're welcome for me being more specific on that. Okay. Nothing special on sale. I mean, he has the goat, but I wouldn't see the point in buying it unless I was married to Nami, because if I was married to Nami, then her kid would stop accepting regular milk in Chapter 4 and onward, which would mean I would have, if I want to influence him towards ranching, I would have to give him goat milk. So yeah, only if I was married to Nami would I get the goat. Okay. Wait, why did I go in the pasture? Ugh, I don't know. Okay. Let's go in here and... Oh crap, I just realized something. If I order the Star Cow now, I won't be able to show you guys... You guys won't be able to see the cutscene of me getting the Star Cow in the next episode. But anyways, that's what I'm going to be ordering very soon. But you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to order the Star Cow on day 9 when I'm doing my in-between episode progress. And then, but when we get to day 10, the Star Cow should be here and we should get the cutscene of it. But yeah, Dapsy, fun fact, when I played this on GameCube, I accidentally slept before the cow receiving cutscene. I actually never knew about that cutscene where Tucker... No, the Harvest Sprite to remind you that there's a note on your desk. And then you name the cow without Takakura being there. I actually never knew that cutscene existed until now. So yeah, Dapsy, it wasn't 100% you that showed it in a way when you did a ton of sleeping at one point. But, yeah. Alright, I'm just watering the plants, doing my usual stuff. Also, I don't know if I'm going to be buying the milking room extension. The one that attaches to your barn and everything. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to buy that extension. The one where the machine auto milks your cow. Because from what I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently using the milking room can influence your kid towards scholar, which means if you want your kid to be a rancher, then it's better to milk your cow by hand. Alright, you know what? Since there's not much else to do, I'm going to go ahead and just sleep and then call it an episode. So yeah, I'm sorry for the abrupt ending, but I'm going to go ahead and sleep and then call it an episode. Because we're already at 28 minutes. Okay, let's get a little bit of shut-eye. You know, it's just a small nap, considering he'll wake up immediately at 4:48. And yeah, I'd say that will do it for this episode. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And yep, I will see you guys later. Justin the Ninja out.